Okay, so we're diving into something a lot of you have been asking about, power and influence.
Yeah.
It's something that, honestly,
It is.
no matter what you're doing or where you are in life,
Right.
it's really relevant.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at a piece from Bookish Bites today,
Okay.
and they're riffing on Robert Greene's
Mm-hmm.
The 48 Laws of Power, which can sound a little
Yeah. A little intense.
intimidating, right?
Yeah.
But I think when you actually dig into it,
Absolutely.
it's less about manipulation
Yeah.
and more about just understanding how influence works.
Exactly. It's like a decoder ring
Yeah.
for these unspoken rules that shape so much of how we interact with each other.
Totally.
And Greene, he uses all these fascinating historical examples
Oh, yeah.
to illustrate these laws in action.
And the source kind of kicks it off by talking about timing
Uh-huh.
and how crucial it is to make your move at the right moment,
Right.
which almost sounds obvious, but like, what actually makes timing so powerful?
Well, I think it's all about leverage.
Okay.
A well-timed decision, it amplifies your impact. So,
Hmm.
like, imagine you're in a negotiation, right? And you wait till the other side is just, like, the most eager to close the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then you push for those extra concessions.
Oh, I see.
Or you think about social movements, right?
Okay.
A protest at the peak of public outrage is going to be way more effective
Yeah.
than one that's poorly timed.
That's so true.
So, yeah, it's not just about what you do.
Uh-huh.
It's about when you do it.
It's like that saying, right? Strike while the iron is hot.
Exactly.
I remember reading about Joseph Fouché,
Oh, yeah.
who was a figure from the French Revolution,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of navigated that really chaotic period
Whoa.
by like always acting at precisely the right moment.
He was a master
Yeah.
of reading the political landscape
Right.
and anticipating shifts in power.
So interesting.
Yeah, he survived all these different regimes
Wow.
by constantly adapting and making his moves when they would have the biggest impact.
Yeah. So it really emphasizes that understanding, like the currents of power, the motivations of others.
Uh-huh.
That's key.
That's key to choosing your moments strategically.
It makes me think, what about the situations where the perfect moment isn't obvious?
Right?
Like, can you create those opportunities?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. That's where unpredictability comes in, which the source mentions it as a weapon,
Yeah.
which sounds a little intense.
Right.
But really what it's about is keeping people engaged and on their toes.
Okay.
It's like, you got a chess player who keeps their opponent guessing.
Yeah.
They're creating opportunities that wouldn't have existed otherwise.
Interesting.
So it's not about being erratic. It's
Okay.
about introducing these strategic surprises.
So how can we use that, like, in our everyday lives?
Yeah.
I'm not, like, trying to outmaneuver my friends at game night,
Right.
but I can see how it would apply to giving presentations or leading a team or something. Exactly. So in a presentation, if you just stick to this rigid, predictable format,
Yeah. People's minds are going to wander.
people are going to check out, right?
Yeah.
But if you throw in a surprising statistic or a personal anecdote,
Right.
or even a well-placed pause,
Oh, interesting.
you can recapture their attention.
Right.
And in a team setting, a little calculated unpredictability, it can prevent complacency.
Okay.
And it can spark some creative problem solving.
So we've got timing.
Yeah.
We've got calculated surprise. It's all starting to feel like a performance.
It is. Yeah.
And speaking of performance, the source mentions this idea of the spectacle.
Right.
How people are naturally drawn to drama and excitement.
Oh, completely. Think of like
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum.
Right?
His marketing was all about creating a spectacle
To capture
to
attention.
capture attention.
Yeah.
And in today's world, think about viral marketing,
Right.
attention-grabbing headlines, even personal branding.
It's all about creating a narrative that, like, draws people in.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see it everywhere. I
That's
just
why-
wonder, like, how do you harness these, like, pretty powerful concepts
Yeah.
without crossing any ethical lines?
That's the crucial piece, right?
Right.
Because power itself is neutral. It's a tool
Oh, okay.
that can be used constructively or destructively.
So it all comes down to self-awareness
Yeah.
and aligning your actions
Yeah.
with your values.
Exactly.
So are you using these insights to, like, manipulate and control?
Yeah.
Or to inspire and uplift?
Right. That's the question.
To wrap this all up,
Yeah.
we've learned about the power of timing,
Uh-huh.
strategic unpredictability,
Yes.
and the allure of the spectacle.
It's potent stuff.
It really is.
It is.
And as we navigate, the complexities of power and influence,
Yeah.
maybe the most important thing is to master ourselves.
I think so.
Mm.
What aspect of yourself,
Right.
Your communication skills, your emotional intelligence. Yeah.
Your ability to connect with others,
Uh-huh.
could you develop to increase your positive influence in the world?
That's such a great question to leave our listener with.
Yeah.
If you're intrigued by these ideas, I highly recommend checking out the full Bookish Bites piece,
Definitely.
and maybe even delving into Greene's The 48 Laws of Power.
It's a fascinating read.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating exploration of how influence works.
Absolutely.
And, understanding that can be incredibly empowering.
Very much so.
Very much so.
Yeah.